were treated, all kinds of stuff. And I remember um, I never got a, I never got any mail from my family ever. Everybody else got mail, but I never got mail from my family because there was an incident one time when they came around, they were talking to us and they said something to us and they didn't know where we were. And I remember because they were always bringing the news people and whatever, and they said something. And I said, yeah, we all feel like mushrooms. And one of the Marines that used there before us knew exactly what we were talking about. Because down in the basement of the warehouse, underground, couple of levels, some agency used to be down there. And now everything was gone, but we used it because it was nice and cool down there. And you go down these stairs like a hidden door, and you'd go down there, and we'd go down there, and they had a big screen on the wall, like a movie theater screen, and a projector down there, and that was about the only thing down there. So they'd bring movies in, so we go down and watch them. We had a refrigerator, kept our beer in there, and all that kind of stuff. So we call it the Mushroom Inn because it was dark and cold.
In the like a secret door down into the
Yeah, into
basement
the
of this
basement from the
building
warehouse. You walk around this door, and you'd walk around this little thing, and it was kind of like hidden. And then you'd push a cipher, and then you'd walk down into the
in the
couple.
embassy.
No, it wasn't in the embassy. It was on the embassy compound,
Okay.
but it was the warehouse.
The warehouse
Yeah,
embassy compound.
right.
So that's interesting. And you said that used to be
Some
used by
agency,
the
some agency, who knows?
yeah.
But I don't know. I could probably imagine because a lot of it on the floor on one whole end of it was up in the air on like stands where they might have kept like computers or who knows what. So who knows?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you
So
said that you felt like mushrooms.
yeah. So I said, yeah, we felt like mushrooms, and they knew exactly because they didn't know where we were at that time. And what they had done is they moved us from the embassy into that place.
Okay.
And I remember how they did it because they kept moving it. They moved us one by one. They took us out and they threw us in the trunk of a car. And then they drove us around to the embassy or whatever. And then they drove over there and they pulled us out, backed us in, and then they took us downstairs.
Because they didn't want you to know where you
Right.
were.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So they took us down there. And then it wasn't until later that I found out that happened that the Marine said, I said, Sergeant Guy or Gallegos just told us that where they are. They're in the Mushroom Inn. And then I remember the Marines went to my mom's house and said something to her. They said, hey, your son said this. We know where they're at. He told them this about whatever. And then apparently that was a Newsweek.
It was in
It
Newsweek
was a Newsweek. They put it in Newsweek.
that you were
Said
at the
something that
Mushroom Inn.
I was able to get something out.
Yeah.
And then it got back to them, and I got pounded for like 3 days in a row. And I was like,
Really?
son of a gun, yeah. So anyway, they moved us back to the embassy again after that, and they moved us back into the embassy. And it was funny. A lot of things are going on back here, all kinds of different things, the inception of Delta Force and all kinds of different things. Because I always thought, this is already 6 months later, whatever. I'm waiting. I'm going, where's the Marines? Because we already told something like that happened.